What is up, amigos? Hope you're doing well. What happens when you throw romance, action, and horror into a blender? You either get a masterpiece or a mess. The Gorge is here to test that very theory. A movie that promises intense sniper warfare, a mind-bending sci-fi mystery, and an unlikely love story all packed into one. But does it actually work? Or does it fall into the classic trap of trying too much and delivering too little? Let's find out. So The Gorge, currently streaming on Apple TV Plus, is directed by Scott Derrickson, the mind behind horror gems like Sinister and The Black Phone. But this time he steps into uncharted territory, blending romance, thriller, and horror with sci-fi elements. The film stars Miles Teller as Levi Kane and Anya Taylor-Joy as Drasa, two elite snipers stationed on opposite ends of a deep, mysterious gorge filled with strange threats. Their job? Take out anything that tries to escape from this abyss. Sounds simple, right? Well, here's the twist. They're not allowed to talk to each other, yet somehow, over time, they develop a deep connection. And what follows is a bizarre, thrilling, and sometimes frustrating experience that tries to be many things at once. First, let's get this out of the way. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy deliver. Their chemistry is undeniable, and despite the unusual setup of their romance, communicating across a deadly gorge, the emotional connection actually feels convincing. Teller brings his usual charm, while Taylor-Joy once again proves why she's one of the most versatile actresses of her generation. If there's one thing The Gorge absolutely nails, it's the cinematography. Shot across stunning real-world locations like Norway and enhanced with CGI, The Gorge itself becomes a character in the movie. The vast emptiness, the eerie silence, and the unpredictable dangers lurking below create a hauntingly beautiful atmosphere. Now, Derrickson doesn't hold back on action. Whether it's sniper duels, thrilling survival sequences, or a mind-blowing World War II Willis jeep stunt hanging off the cliff, the action is gripping. Teller and Taylor-Joy did many of their own stunts, adding realism to the chaos. One of the film's boldest choices is its mix of romance, sci-fi, action, and horror. This isn't your typical war thriller. It has elements that feel almost supernatural, hinting at cosmic horror. While not all of it lands perfectly, you have to respect the attempt at doing something fresh. The biggest problem with The Gorge is that it's trying to be too many things at once, right? At one moment it's an intense survival thriller, the next it's a poetic romance, and suddenly it's a sci-fi horror mystery. The balance between these elements isn't always smooth. Some transitions feel forced, making the pacing inconsistent. While the film starts with an intriguing concept, the narrative doesn't explore its potential deeply enough. We never get a satisfying explanation for what's truly happening inside the gorge. There are hints about a portal to something unknown, but the film dances around this mystery instead of diving into it. While the chemistry between the leads is great, the romance itself feels rushed. We go from we can't talk to each other to we are in love now, with very little build-up. It's one of those you just have to accept it situations, but it would have been much stronger with more time to develop naturally. Now, without spoiling too much, The Gorge has an ending that will divide audiences. Some will call it poetic and emotional, while others will find it frustratingly vague. It's one of those make your own interpretation kind of conclusions. The film sneaks in subtle nods to the past work of its lead actors. There's a moment where Miles Teller's character is seen air drumming, an obvious wink to his breakout role in Whiplash. Meanwhile, Anya Taylor-Joy's character briefly plays a game of chess, a clever Easter egg referencing the Queen's Gambit. Now, these were originally planned as fun, blink and miss details, but they became a talking point after early screenings. One of the most intense sequences in the film involves a World War II Willis jeep hanging off a rock face while under attack. Unlike most action movies that rely heavily on CGI, this stunt was actually pulled off with minimal digital effects. Teller and Taylor-Joy underwent rigorous stunt training to make the scene look as authentic as possible, adding to the film's gritty realism. With all these little details, The Gorge offers more than what what meets the eye, whether it's the clever Easter eggs, intense practical stunts, or its unique narrative choices. There's plenty to appreciate for those who look beyond the surface. So where does the Gorge land? If you love ambitious genre mixing, strong performances, and stunning visuals, this film is worth a shot. But if you prefer a well-structured story with clear resolutions, you might walk away frustrated. It's one of those movies that will work better for some than others. So if you go in expecting a grounded sniper thriller, you'll be caught off guard. But if you embrace the weirdness and unpredictability, The Gorge can be an interesting cinematic ride. Love it or hate it, The Gorge at least dares to be different. Do you think the mix of genres worked, or was it a jumbled mess? Drop your thoughts after watching the movie in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more movie deep dives. Until next time, keep watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.